One of the more difficult things to achieve is airtightness. So airtightness in an existing home is quite a challenge. And there are ways of going about this, and one of those ways is to strip back the interior linings and to ensure that the joinery, the windows and doors, are sealed into the frame. And then there's going to be the challenge of stopping the air movement inside to out. And a blower door test will test ultimately at the end how many air changes there are at 50 pascals and how often that happens per hour.
You know, have a more comfortable place for people to live in. Like, you do spend a lot of time in your house, so it is good to make sure that your home, your asset is warm and dry. I'd like to go around and seal up as much as you can through the walls, the floor, the roof, the ceiling, anywhere and everywhere. Because if you can stop that air flow, then, or prevent it, then it's not going to escape.
To be able to, to close up a building and to have air tightness, particularly, and the southern parts of New Zealand is really important because it does get very cold down there. In certain situations, air tightness is appropriate, and you do have difficult sites where they might not get direct sunlight, and or you might be you might be in an urban setting where noise is an issue. There's pollutants, and you're not I mean that is the best way to deal with the situation is by looking at air tightness and having some type of kind of mechanical ventilation system in there. I mean, it's not to say, I think that there's just always different ways of doing things, and it's just relative to the person and and the site conditions and budget.
To achieve a Superhome standard for better in this home, we achieve 2 air movements per hour. In a renovation, that's going to be quite a challenge. It will require an airtight membrane, an tallow membrane on the inside. It will need specific attention around light switches and openings, around bottom plate fixings, ceiling connections. There's a number of things so it's quite a challenge. You've got to have a building company who is committed to that level of detail.